Hey guys, Crypto Dad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to use Osmosis to trade, stake, and farm tokens on the Cosmos Atom platform. So let's get started. So I'm here on the Osmosis homepage. There is a lot of information on what it is and how it works and the risks that are involved that you should read very carefully. It is a decentralized peer-to-peer blockchain that people can use to create liquidity. You can also use it for cross-chain transfers, trading. There's all kinds of great stuff you can do on Osmosis. So I invite you to carefully read this before you agree to the terms and get started. All right, so I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to use the Osmosis platform. I'm going to show you how to get set up. So the first order of business is to get our wallet set up. And the wallet of choice that I use for Osmosis is the Keplr wallet. The Keplr wallet works on the Cosmos Atom chain, and it supports a lot of other chains that are on the Cosmos ecosystem. So it's a great wallet. And you can set it up standalone with a backup phrase, which you should store in a safe place. But you can increase the security of your Keplr wallet if you use a ledger-based wallet. And I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. If you've never done anything like this before, I invite you to check out my Keplr wallet video. I'll put a link to that up in the description so you can get a deep dive on setting up the Keplr wallet using your Ledger Nano device. I'm just going to go through it real quickly here for you guys. If you have a Ledger Nano device, and you have it connected and the PIN is entered, you can just launch your Ledger Live and then go over to the manager and install the Cosmos app. You'll have to allow Ledger Manager. So when you see this message on your device, you'll just click both buttons at the same time, just a quick click, right? And that's going to open up the Ledger Live Manager for you. Just search for the Cosmos Atom app. You can type in Cosmos or Atom, either one. We'll get it to pull up. As you can see, I already have it installed. If you don't have it installed yet, you'll see the install button next to it, so just click that. And then you'll see the progress bar on your device as the app is being loaded onto your Ledger device. Now, what's going on here is that by installing the Cosmos Atom app on your device, you are in fact creating a private key for a Cosmos wallet. All right, so once you have the Cosmos app installed on your device, you want to go ahead and open it by clicking both buttons, and then it'll say Cosmos ready. You're in the app now. So let's do install Keplr for Chrome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add it to my Brave browser. We'll add the extension. Now all I need to do is get into the Keplr wallet. Now, instead of creating a brand new wallet, I'm going to import my Ledger wallet, right? Remember I told you when I installed the app on the device, I created a wallet, right? Now I need to interface with that wallet using Keplr. All right, so we're going to choose Import Ledger. We'll give the account a name, and I can give it a password. All right, and once we've taken care of all that, we'll click Next. All right, it wants us to connect the Ledger, which we have done, right? And then we'll hit Next. And then we'll just click Nano X up here and click Connect. All right, and then it says we're all set. We'll hit Done. All right, and now I can just go over to Keplr and just double check. And you can see there that it is, I named this Ledger X, but it is connected to my Ledger device. I already have some Cosmos Atom in this wallet. I had one previously. You should see a zero balance. We can go ahead and connect to Osmosis. So you will need to have the Ledger device connected. You'll need to be in the Cosmos app, and you should have your Keplr wallet open, right? It will prompt you to enter your password if it's not open, but it's best practice just to have Keplr open and ready to go when we do this. Let's hit Connect Wallet. All right, it's going to ask us whether we want Keplr or Wallet Connect. We're using Keplr. We'll hit that. And then it connects to the wallet, and you can see the balance there. Now, you should see a zero balance, right, if you've never done this before, and you shouldn't have any assets in there. It should just be empty. All right, so if we go here to the CoinGecko page for Cosmos Atom, you can learn all about Atom and how it works, and you can find out how to get your hands on some. If you go down here to markets, it lists all of the markets where you can buy Atom tokens. There are quite a few of them. I'll briefly show you a few, so that'll get you started. Now, the Cosmos Atom chain is a very fast and low cost chain, right? So much better for purchasing and making transfers at low withdrawal fees and low trading fees. And then once we get it over into the Keplr wallet, we'll have low transaction fees when we make our transactions. So if you want to buy some over on Binance US, you can just go here to buy crypto and just choose Atom, right? We can make a one-time purchase of 50, and instead of my US dollar balance, I'm going to use one of my banks, right? And then we'll preview that, agree to the terms. There's a small fee, pretty small actually. We'll hit confirm. So it's here, right? You can see that I have the $50 worth of Atom. I had a little bit in there already, so now we've got it, all right? Now, if we want to withdraw from Binance US, it's very simple. First of all, we go over to our Keplr wallet and we get our address. I can just click that and it copies it into the clipboard. We'll go back over, and on our Atom, we're going to click these three buttons and do a withdraw. We're withdrawing the Atom from the cryptocurrency exchange. I'll do the max since it's a small amount, and I'll paste in the address here. That's my Cosmos Atom address. I don't need a memo using my own Keplr wallet. All right, now before I make the withdrawal, I'm going to edit this a little bit. Too many decimals is going to cause a problem with your withdrawal. So just 1 or 2 decimals is fine. We'll hit preview withdraw. We don't need the memo, so we'll hit yes. And then we'll confirm that. And we'll put in our 2-factor code. All right, off it goes. We will receive an email that we're going to need to click. I like to open it up in a new tab of the same browser. All right, you're going to get an email from Binance US telling you about the withdrawal, the amount, and everything. So we'll click confirm there. That takes us back over to Binance US. We can go back to the wallet, and you can see there that there's a very small available, and there's 1.64 is in transit, right? You can see that that's a pending withdrawal. So we're good there. All right, now I'll show you how to do it on Kraken. Very similar. All right, we'll review that and confirm. Now, I should point out that I'm sort of doing things the easiest way for you to kind of wrap your head around how this works, but there are cheaper ways of making these purchases, and they involve a little bit of trading, right? You would make a deposit beforehand and then do trades, and instead of these merchant charges, you'll be getting trading fees, which are a little smaller. Now that we've got the Cosmos in our account, we want to put it in our Keplr wallet. So we'll do the same thing we did before. We'll just go over here, copy the address into our clipboard. We'll go back over here. We'll just go to funding, right? And we'll scroll down to where our Cosmos is. We'll do a withdraw. That's the up arrow here. And you might need to whitelist the address, right? I've already done so. If you can see that my address is already in there, but if you have never done it before, you can just do add new address, give it a name and an address, whoops, and you'll be good to go, right? But in my case, I've already whitelisted this. They'll send you an email confirmation, just like they did with Binance US to whitelist. But in the case of already having it whitelisted, you'll simply just pull up the wallet. I'll take 100%. It was a small amount. I'll click withdraw. Actually, I'll go ahead and take those decimals off here too, just to make sure things go smoothly. We'll withdraw. And there it says successful, right? Now we can also do this in KuCoin. KuCoin supports Atom as well. But KuCoin is a little more complicated. You'll need to make a deposit of crypto because it doesn't support fiat on-ramps or off-ramps. You'll just make a deposit of crypto and trade for the Atom. My last example will be Coinbase Pro. It's quite easy. In the case of Coinbase Pro, you'll do a deposit of US dollars from your bank account. I'll do another small amount, 50. And you will need to wait 7 days before you can withdraw this. right? But in today's case, I can go ahead and withdraw it because I have some collateral in here already. So I'll show you how the trade works, right? You just go up here to the trade interface. You'll choose Atom. And there are several pairs available, but we're using Atom US dollar because we have some US dollar in our account, right? I'll just click Max, and that's the $50 I just put in. We'll place the buy order. And notice that the fee, the trading fee was really small, right? So probably one of the cheapest ways to do it is to do the trading thing, right? Which, as I mentioned, you can do over on Binance US and Kraken as well, right? All right, and now that we've got the Atom in our Coinbase Pro account, we want to withdraw it, right? There it is, showing up. We'll do a withdraw. We'll choose Atom. We'll use crypto address. And we'll just go ahead and paste in the address that I've had in my clipboard this whole time, right? Same address of our Keplr wallet. I don't need the memo, but I do need to explicitly state that I'm not using it and that I'm aware. I'll go ahead and do the max because it's a small amount. If you're doing large amounts, please do your small test first to make sure it gets into your wallet before you transfer thousands and thousands of dollars worth of crypto. Always do small test transactions. Right, we'll hit withdraw here. I need my two-factor for Coinbase Pro. All right, we'll choose withdraw. So there you go. I mentioned 4 different ways you can easily buy Atom and then transfer it. Transfer fees are cheap, right? Because the Atom blockchain is fast and cheap, right? So we're done with that. Now we can go over here to Keplr and just check what's going on in Keplr. You can see that my balance has increased a bit. All right, using that same address, we can go over to the Atom Explorer. All right, we can paste in our address of our wallet, and then we can take a look at what's going on in our wallet. All right, here's our list of transactions. You can see here that all 3 of those have arrived in the wallet now. So I'll put a link to ATOMScan down in the description below. Now, in order to trade or provide liquidity or farm or anything in Osmosis, you're going to need to get your assets over to the Osmosis chain. As I mentioned, Keplr Wallet supports multiple chains, right? And we just made a deposit into our Atom wallet, right, on the Cosmos chain. So I'll show you how to move your Atom from the Cosmos chain to the Osmosis chain. And you might wonder, well, how do I do that, right? How do I get from this chain to this chain? Well, it's pretty easy because Osmosis has a great tool for you to do that, right? If you go down here to Assets, they have all of these great deposit and withdraw links, right? And what this does is move assets on and off the different chains, right? So we want our assets on the Osmosis chain, so we want to do a deposit, right? So as I mentioned, I already have a little Atom in here, but you should have a 0 balance, and all you need to do is hit deposit, and then you can move from the Cosmos chain to the Osmosis chain, right? And so all that Atom that we bought and we're ready to take advantage of it, we need to move it over onto the Osmosis chain. Now, when we do this, we should leave some Atom in the Atom wallet, right? Because the Atom wallet runs on Atom. It uses Atom to pay fees and transfer fees and trading fees. So don't leave the Atom wallet completely empty of Atom, right? We want to always leave a little bit in there. So I'm just going to move 20. All right. And when we do this, we need to make sure that we're in our Cosmos app, right? That we have our device connected to our computer with our cable and our ledger is unlocked and we're in the Cosmos app, right? So I've got everything ready to go. I'll hit deposit. All right. And then it's going to come up on my ledger device and ask me to confirm the transaction, right? So I'm going to use this metal button here to scroll through the transaction, and it tells me everything about the transaction, what's going on, right? I'll just keep using the metal button to scroll through all this verbiage. There's my fee, and then it gets to sign transaction. Now when we get here, we're going to click both buttons, right? We're not going to hold both buttons. We're just going to do a quick click of both buttons. Click, right? And then we're done, right? Now we've authorized the transaction. We'll watch it go through up there. All right, so our transaction was successful, and now we just need to wait a minute or two, and then we'll see the IBC transfer confirmation that we've successfully, there it is. Now we've successfully transferred our Atom over into the Osmosis platform. And now you can see that I have a bunch more Atom here on Osmosis, and we can get to work. All right, so the first thing I'll show you how to do is trade. One of the most basic things you'll do. In our case, remember we moved some Atom into here to fund our trades, right? So now that I have some Atom, I can make some trades. So I'll try, the first one is OSMO, which is a good token to have. I'll spend about 8 Atom on some Osmos. That'll give me around $239 worth of Osmos to play around with. I'll hit swap here. And remember, when we do a transaction, we'll need to confirm on our device. So we'll hit swap here. We'll approve it in the Keplr wallet. And then we'll review it on the device using the metal button all the way over to confirm or sign transaction. And that was it, right? It was just a swap. So this did not involve an IBC transfer. It's all occurring on the Osmosis chain. We can go down here to assets again, this great tool that we can use to see our balances within our Osmos wallet, right? We can also see those up in Keplr, up here. If we switch from Cosmos Hub over to Osmosis Hub, you can see the balance of Osmo here, 33. It's the same as we see in the Osmosis website. And then we can scroll down a little and see that 30 Atom that we have down there. All right, and so the trade can be used for any token that's available in Osmosis, and there are quite a few of them. I invite you to do your research and decide which coins are best for you. And a lot of these coins can be, after you purchase them, you'll be able to do cross-chain transfers to get them over to the platforms where you can put them to work, like Secret, or you can even buy UST on Osmosis and then transfer it over into your Terra Station wallet. So there's a lot of great functionality that you can do using Osmosis and its ability to do the cross-chain transfers. I'll go ahead and buy just a little bit of UST to illustrate. I'll go ahead and just do 2 Atom and buy about $60 worth of UST. Right, we'll hit swap here. We'll approve in Keplr to sign transaction. We'll hit both buttons there. Now if we go to assets, you can see that I've got that Terra UST in my Osmosis wallet now. And if I go up to Keplr, I can take a look here and scroll down and see that I have Atom and UST in my Keplr wallet in Osmosis, right? All of this is in the Osmosis chain, right? I'll show you how to do some cross-chain transferring later on, right? We did a little bit already, right? We moved from Cosmo into Osmosis. All right, now I want to show you single chain staking, right? For a single chain staking allows us to stake our assets using Keplr wallet on the respective chains, right? And we can, let's say we want to do Atom. So if we go up to Keplr wallet and switch back to Cosmos, you can see I have a route for staking, right? I have this button that I can use for staking. But what happens when I click this button is that it opens up this page over here. We can click on it like that. And the default when you use Osmosis is the Osmosis single coin staking, right? It shows it right here. But you can also, this is Keplr wallet. So we can go up to Cosmos and hit stake. And then you see there's that amount that I have staked, and it shows me my available Atom balance. And if we switch back to Osmosis and click stake, you'll notice that same wallet, but now it's showing me the Osmo address, my available Osmo balance, and the amount of Osmo that I already have staked, right? Do the same thing here. If I go to secret network and click stake, it shows my secret balance on the secret network or blockchain, right? I'm not staking any secret right now, so it doesn't show that I have any staked. So let's do the simple case of Cosmos. You'll need to do research on validators. This is not for the casual dabbler. You're going to have to invest some of your time and educate yourself on how this all works. I'm going to show you the basics, but in order to choose a validator, you'll need to do your research and decide which validator is best for you. So I'm going to give you some quick tips. One of them is if the commission is 100%, then you do not want to stake in that, right? The 100% commission means they take 100% of the rewards when you're staking with them, which basically just means we don't need any more stakers, right? We're full right now. So avoid any validator that has 100%, right? And so you'll just go through and look at the different validators and decide which one is best for you. As you can see, I'm using Stakefish at the moment, but let's just say I want to choose a different validator. We'll check out this game real quick. Now, when you click on Manage, you'll see the Delegate button come up. Now, this one does not have a link on it. I like to use ones that have a link, right? So if I click Manage here, I want to see this link so that I can link over to their website and take a look at their platform and how they work, and just do my research, make sure this is where I want to stake my tokens, right? So always choose a validator that you've done your research on, right? And of course you want a low commission, but there might be other things about the validator that make it appealing, right? Uptime is very important. So you want a validator that stays uptime. So if you've got a 2% reward and they're only active 50% of the time, right? They're not consistent, then that you're not going to get as big a reward, right? So there are a lot of things to consider when choosing validators, right? But let's go ahead and choose this one. I've done my research, so to speak, right? This is just an example. I'll go to Delegate, and they let you know that this is going to lock up your funds for 21 plus days. Now, what this means is it doesn't mean that when you stake and then wait 21 days and then undelegate, you'll be able to get it back right away. What this means is that you can stake and earn for as long as you want, but when you're done staking, that's when your 21 days start, right? So when you decide you want your access to your tokens back, that's when the 21 days starts. So you got to keep that in mind, that you're going to lose access to these tokens. They're not going anywhere. They're staying in your wallet, but you are agreeing to lend them to the validators to make the network run better, right? Or the Cosmos blockchain, right? So in my case, I only had one. So if I hit one, I can hit Delegate. And then I will need to approve this on my device. Right? It's going to ask me to approve. I'll just go over there. It tells me how much I'm sending in there. And then when I sign the transaction, then that's it. That's a done deal. It'll be committed. But I'll go ahead and reject because I'm not going to do this one right now. But that's the final step, would be to approve, right? And then you drop your tokens in this validator, and you'll be able to earn rewards over time, right? Notice here that I'm in Stakefish right now, and then up at the top here, I've got some rewards to claim, right? This means that I've had some Atom in here for a while, right? So I'll go ahead and click Claim Reward. And same thing, make sure your device is connected. You're in the Cosmos app, hit Approve. You'll have to approve the reward payout here, right? Just use your metal button, go all the way over to Sign Transaction and hit both buttons. And then you claim your rewards. And then those rewards go into your wallet, right? They don't get restaked automatically. They just go straight into your wallet. And what you do with your rewards is up to you, right? So if you've got a lot of Atom in here and you're earning a lot of rewards on a daily or weekly basis. When you claim your rewards, you can redelegate them if you want to add to your delegation, or you can withdraw them and cash out to an exchange if you just want to kind of pay yourself a steady income. That's Atom, but you can do the same thing with Osmosis. You have single staking in Osmosis. As I mentioned, if you click stake, you'll go over here and you can see that I'm staking in Figment right now. But if I wanted to stake more, I could choose a different validator and stake with a different validator. A lot of people say that it's better to spread your staking across multiple validators in case there's a problem with any one of them, right? That's like not all the eggs in one basket theory. Or if you find a good one and you're comfortable with it, you can add more into your existing stake, right? So if I hit manage here, I can delegate some more, right? I've already got 23 delegated, but I do have an available balance up here. So I can hit delegate. Once again, this is a little different. This is 14 plus days. You got to do your research on these, right? This is not for the just a light-hearted thing. So I'll hit delegate here, and I'll approve it in the Keplr wallet. And notice though, even though it's on the different chain, the Osmosis chain, I'm still using my Cosmos app, right? We'll hit both buttons here. The Ledger device and the Cosmos app are protecting all of these chains, right? All right, so we use the Cosmos app for everything that we do in Osmosis. All right, there we go. So I added a little more to my staking balance by going to manage. And like I said, I could have just as easily gone and added some more to a different delegator, right? All right, so that's single coin staking. And remember, you can do that multiple chains within Keplr. Very versatile wallet, right? So if I had Kava in the Kava part of the Keplr wallet, I could stake that as well, right? So if I go down here to Kava, right? If I had a Kava balance here, which I do, I can stake that as well, right? I can hit stake, right? And it just takes me right back to this page, but you'll notice that it's got Kava selected and it's ready for me to start staking my Kava using the Cosmos app, all in Keplr wallet, right? So now you can see how versatile Keplr is, right? You can stake multiple types of chains in the Cosmos ecosystem. Very versatile wallet, right? And that's just single coin staking, right? So, and it's not very risky. The riskiest part of single coin staking is if you're staking a coin and earning rewards in that coin and the price of that coin goes down, then your total rewards go down. So if you stake 10 Kava and then you earn 15 more and you've got 25 Kava at a certain price and then the price of Kava goes down, then the real value of those rewards also goes down, right? You might end up with less than you started with if the price of the token goes down, right? So you always have to be aware of that you're getting paid in the token. You're getting paid in an underlying asset that could be volatile. Now, you can mitigate some of this if you cash out on a regular basis. So some people like to cash out on a regular basis. Some people just like to set and forget. And then other people will claim rewards and reallocate those new rewards back into the pool. So there's lots of ways to do this. All right, so that's single coin staking. Let's go back over to the Osmosis tab. The next thing we'll cover is the pools. If we go to this tab, you can see that there are a lot of incentivized pools for you to provide liquidity. Now, what providing liquidity does is that it helps the trading platform work, right? A trading platform like, say, a traditional stock brokerage firm, right? They have their own liquidity, right? They have this huge chunk of money that they can use to buy and sell their own stocks, so that if anybody comes in and wants to, say, buy a certain company, they already have a pool that they can use to fund that trade, right? Now, this is a decentralized trading platform. So in order for the market making, which is, being able to provide assets to traders when they're trading, you need a liquidity pool, right? And that liquidity pool is provided by the community. And so if you wish to join the community and provide liquidity for using your assets, then you can earn trading fees, right? You can participate in this and earn passive income by providing liquidity for the trading pairs. Now, there is risk in this, right? If you provide a liquidity pair, you could suffer from impermanent loss. So providing liquidity is a little riskier than single token staking. So trading is the least risky, right? You're just buying assets and holding them, right? And then you have single staking, which has its own risk and rewards involved in that. As I mentioned, the price of the token that you're staking could go down. But when you're doing pool, you have an additional risk of if you have provided Atom and Cosmo and the price of Cosmo goes way up, then the percentage in your liquidity pool will adjust and you might end up with less Atom than you put in when you're ready to cash out. Now, that could balance itself out later if the price of Atom goes up, right? So you need to be aware of impermanent loss too. It's a little bit risky to provide liquidity, right? But I'm going to show you how to do that, right? As you can see, I'm already providing liquidity in this pool up here. It's not a lot, right? But if we want to provide liquidity, we're going to need some of each token, right? So in the case of Ion Osmo, I don't have any Ion, right? So I can't participate in this pool until I go trade for some Ion. So you can decide which liquidity pool is best for you based on the APR and the token itself, right? Do your research, decide if you want to own a particular token or not. So I'll do the demo with Atom Cosmo because, as you noticed, I had both of these in my assets, right? So if I hit pool number 1, the first thing we'll need to do is provide liquidity before we can start earning in this pool. So we hit add remove liquidity, and you'll notice that it's Atom and Cosmo, and you'll also notice that I have a little of both, right? I need both in order to provide liquidity. Liquidity is provided to a trading pair, right? We need one of each, right? So that people can swap back and forth between the two, right? That's a liquidity pair, right? And let's see, I'll just do 10 Osmo, and it automatically calculates the corresponding amount of Atom that I will need, dollar value wise, right? It's based on the value of the coins, right? So it's not 10 and 10, right? 10 Osmo is relatively equal to 3.35 Atom, right? So that's how it works. And as I mentioned, if the price of one or the other goes up or down, this ratio would be different, right? So if you put in 10 Osmo and then 3.35 Atom, that may not be what it looks like when you go to withdraw, right? So you want to keep an eye on these. All right, so I'll go ahead and choose add liquidity. I'm going to need to confirm on my device again, right? I'm still in the Cosmos app doing this. I'll hit add liquidity. I'll confirm in Keplr. Notice it's charging Osmos for this because we're on the Osmosis chain. We'll click approve. All right, we're going to view the transaction with our metal button. We'll scroll through until we get all the way over to sign transaction. We'll hit that. There it goes. Transaction was successful. Now, if we go back to the main part of pools, we still don't see that I'm earning in the pool yet, right? I've simply provided the liquidity. If I want to stop there, I can, right? I can go over here and just remove my liquidity by clicking this tab, and then just get it out after and then all I would be doing would be earning trading fees on those tokens that I provided to the pool, which is fine, right? But this is a way of earning a little more on LP tokens. So in this case, we're going to hit start earning. Right, now we can decide the unbonding period, right? So as I mentioned, right? This does not mean that when I start farming my liquidity pools after 14 days I'll be done and I can take it out. That's not how that works, right? What it means is I can enter this farming pool and farm as long as I want, but when I'm done farming and I'm ready to take my liquidity pool tokens out, it's going to take 14 days to get them unbonded, right? To get them back in my wallet. So the longer you're willing to wait for your coins to come back, the higher the APR is. And why is that? Well, because the Cosmos ecosystem, there's a lot going on under the hood. There's validators. There's people that have allocated those resources on their servers. And when so-and-so like I come along and say, hey, I want my tokens back, they have to make adjustments, right? They have to reallocate assets. And so the more time they have to do that, the smoother things will run, right? So if you have people that are willing to wait 14 days when they unbond, it makes their system run much smoother, right? Now, a 7-day deadline is a little more stressful for the guys on the other side, right? So they don't pay as high of an APR for that, right? So if I'm only willing to wait 7 days, then I'm only going to earn 50% APR. And that's yearly, right? That's a annual percentage yield, annual percentage return. Now, we also have the 1 day, right? And I can leave it in there as long as I want and earn 31%. But when I'm ready to get it back, it's only going to take 1 day to unbond, and then I'll have it back, right? And that means they only have 1 day to deallocate and give me my assets back from the smart contract, right? Remember, these are always staying in your wallet, right? You're just using a smart contract agreement in order to lend the use of your asset to the network, all right? I'll go ahead and show you 1 day. I'll do the max. All right. I just did a quick refresh there so you can see I do have some LP tokens, right? Right, there's my available balance of LP tokens. I'll hit max. I'll go ahead and put them all in there. And then I'll hit bond, right? I'm just doing this for 1 day. I'll hit bond, or I'll approve this in Keplr. Right, I have to approve on my device by using the metal button to scroll all the way over to sign transaction, right? I'll hit sign transaction, and it was successful. Now notice when we go back to the top level of the pools, there's my pool now, right? Because not only am I providing liquidity, but I'm also restaking my LP tokens to earn this APR, right? Helps the network, helps people that are making this system work, right? But they're paying me for that privilege. So this is how decentralized finance works. The last thing we'll need to show you is how to deallocate these resources when you're ready. In order to deallocate, we'll click on the pool that we want to deallocate. And notice here that it shows me that my liquidity pool tokens are here and that I'm in the day unbonding area, right? If you're bonding for 14 days, you would see your gamma balance down here. Gamma is just their word for LP tokens, right? So remember, we dropped 155 LP tokens in here. So I want to unbond them. I'll hit unbond all. All right, we'll approve this in Keplr, and then we'll approve this on our device by using the metal button. We'll go all the way over here, and then we'll click both buttons to sign the transaction. And there we go. Now, remember, that was a 1 day unbonding. So after that refresh, we can see the bondings, if there were any left, and we can see the unbondings down here. And it tells you how long it's going to be before those liquidity pool tokens will be available in your wallet again. All right, so I went ahead and waited a day so that I can show you how to remove this liquidity after it's been completely unbonded, right? So after the time period has passed, you'll notice that it doesn't have an unbonding readout down below because it's completely finished now. So all you have to do to remove your liquidity now is go back up here to this button and click Add Remove Liquidity, and we'll go over to Remove. And then I'm going to take it all out, so I'll click 100%. We're going to need to confirm on our device, so I'll have my device ready, right? I'll click Remove Liquidity. We'll go ahead and approve this in Keplr, and then I'll confirm on my device. I'll use the metal button to go over 1, all the way to sign transaction, right? We'll hit both buttons there, one quick click with both buttons. Alrighty. Now notice that I've got everything back, right? If we go back over to assets, you can see that all of my Osmo and Cosmos Atom have been returned to my wallet, right? So now the original tokens, the 2 tokens that I had dropped into that liquidity pool are now back in my wallet as single tokens, right? I've successfully removed the liquidity. And notice when we go back to the top level of pools, it no longer shows this pool as being active anymore, right? So I remove the liquidity, and each of the tokens is now back in my wallet, right? We can go over here to assets, and we can see that both of the tokens are back in my wallet, right? I know we've been doing this for a while now, but I did want to also touch on the cross-chain transfer abilities of Osmosis. What about after earning a bunch of rewards and claiming those rewards, debonding, and removing the liquidity, I'm back to just having Osmos and Cosmos in my wallet. I could just hang on to the Osmo if I want, or I could trade it back to Atom, right? If I wanted to do that, right? If I wanted to trade Osmos back to Atom, I could do that, because it's easier to cash out with Atom because Atom is so available on all these exchanges. But notice Osmo doesn't have deposit and withdrawal because Osmo is native to the Osmosis chain. But over here for Atom, I do have deposit and withdrawal. In the same way that we were able to deposit Atom in here and do a cross-chain transfer from Cosmos to Osmos, or Osmosis, we can also withdraw, right? So when we do withdraw, it'll take the available balance in Osmo and move it back into Cosmos. Pretty nifty, right? So we could do, say, 10. We're going to need to confirm this on our device. Let's get our device ready. We'll do withdraw. Keplr is going to come up. Remember, this is paid in Osmo, so you want to make sure you've got an Osmo balance in your Osmosis wallet so that you can pay these fees. They're very small, but you will need some in there, right? Just don't leave it empty. Well, I'll use the metal button to get all the way over to sign transaction. Okay, we've got that transaction broadcasting, and then we're going to see that IBC transfer confirmation here in a minute. And there we go, right? We've got that IBC transfer successful. And let's refresh here, right? We move 10, so we have 15 here in Osmosis. And if we go over to our Keplr wallet and switch over to Cosmos, you can see that those 10 moved back into the Cosmos side, right? So great for cross-chain transfers, and this would be a way for us to cash out if we decided we were going to cash out our rewards on a regular basis, right? Move them back into the Cosmos wallet, and then move them back to an exchange for sale, right? So I could do a deposit of Atom on an exchange. The exchange will give me an address only for Atom. All right, and they have a memo, right? So you have to be careful when you're moving it back to an exchange, right? So we'll get the address. We'll put that in Keplr in our send. Paste in the address, and we'll give it an amount. Let's just do 2. And I need the memo. It says optional here, but it is required on the exchange, right? So I'm copying the memo into the field here, right? And I'll paste it in to the wallet over here. Notice that I'm paying fees in Atom, right? But they're very small. It's about 6 cents. I'll hit send, and then I'll need to approve this. And we'll do a view transaction. We'll use our metal button to get all the way over here, and then we'll sign the transaction. And that sends the atom out of my wallet back to an exchange where I can sell it, right? A lot of people ask me, oh, well, how do I, what if the value of Atom goes up while it's in my wallet? I'm like, well, then it's worth more, right? Send it back to the exchange if you want to cash out. We can go over here to Coinbase Pro. So all we need to do now is just go to balances, and you see that I've got those 2 Atom back in my account. And I can sell them now if I want. I could go over and do a Atom trade, right? I could do an Atom trade back to US dollar if I wanted to. Very simple. We just click sell, max, there's my 2, and I place my order, and then my Atom would become US dollar, and then I'll be able to withdraw it back to my own bank account if that's what I wanted to do. Right. So Atom would be the way to cash out your rewards, right? Convert to Atom, cross-chain transfer back into the Cosmos wallet, and then transfer it back over to Coinbase or Binance US or Kraken, wherever you want to sell it, right? Fees are cheap, right? And it moves fast. You saw how quickly it moved. And then in addition to withdrawing from Osmosis back to the Keplr wallet, I'm going to show you a cross-chain transfer where we have an additional option. When I click withdraw here, notice that I have an edit field here. So I don't necessarily have to withdraw back directly to the Keplr wallet. I could do that. That's the default, right? I could simply withdraw directly back to the Keplr wallet, which is this address over here. I also have the option of editing this field. So if I would like to simply withdraw from Osmos to a different Terra address, I have that option. So I've got my Terra Station wallet over here. And if I want to withdraw directly to this wallet, I can just copy the address into my clipboard, go back over to Osmosis, and then hit edit on this withdrawal address, right? Just get this one out, and then just paste in my address. Make sure you do this correctly, right? Always make sure you know what you're doing when you transfer to addresses. I know what I'm doing. I've done this before, so I'm not going to do a small test. I'll go ahead and send the max, that's $60 worth of UST, directly back to my own Terra Station wallet. We'll click approve here, and I'm going to need to confirm on the device, right? So we'll get our device ready to go. We'll hit approve here, and then we'll go through the transaction using the metal button until we get all the way over again to sign transaction. We'll hit both buttons. Off it goes. So that's 61 UST that I bought on Osmosis. I can withdraw it directly to my own Terra Station wallet, right? So it's a much more flexible way of doing cross-chain transfers, right? And if we go back over to Terra Station, you can see that the transfer is complete, right? It's really quick. So an easy, fast way of doing cross-chain transfers from Osmosis to any other chain that is supported directly without having to take that extra step of putting it in the Keplr wallet and then transferring it over. All right, so I think I covered everything in excruciating detail. I put chapters in the video so you can skip to the parts that you want. If you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. Don't forget, I do a live stream every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.